So we got work to do.
A lot.
But I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not afraid of work. I welcome hard work. I welcome a challenge.
Right. But I feel like we're not really focused on what the task at hand is.
All right. Here's the task at hand at the moment. You're listening to DiPietro and Rothenberg, WHSQ, WCBS FM HD2 in New York. All right. Here we go. Lewis in Poughkeepsie. Lewis, you're on 880.
What's going on, guys? Love both of you. Keep up the hard work today.
Thank you. We're here for you.
I just got to say, everything that happened badly in this series is not new with the Yankees. Fans, reporters have been bringing up the lack of focus, the lack of practicing the little things, defense. Why are you playing players out of position? Jazz Chisholm is a great talent, but he's not a third baseman. Why is he playing third base in the damn World Series? It makes no sense. You're asking for trouble, and then it reared its ugly head. The philosophy of this organization is you-know-what backwards. It's just, it makes no sense. They want to win. Not only, they don't want to win, they want to win their way. Because when you call them out and say, hey, your analytics or whatever you're basing your team on is not working, they get all defensive, they get condescending. They say, well, we know more than you. And I'm sorry, I don't think they do. Because all these things that are happening are things that people have been talking about since 2017, 2018. People have been asking, why are these players not focused? It's going to cost you games. And they just constantly say, well, based on our metrics, you're wrong. We're one of the best defensive teams. And that's just, I could see with my eyes, it's just not true. It just isn't. An organization, the philosophy, I don't know who it is, Cashman, Steinbrenner, the analytic department, all of them. I don't know.
All of them.
But
I think
they're just, I'm sorry. They have their heads so far up their rear end. And these are the results. Not only I can handle losing. Embarrassing yourself year after year in the playoffs is crazy to not make any changes.
The problem is, Lewis, and thanks for the phone call, is we saw this coming. We did. We said this. The Yankees make too many mistakes to beat a team of the ilk of the Dodgers. And I'm sorry, bottom line is that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what happened. I just don't know. I mean, when you look at what this team is at now, and if you lose Juan Soto, I mean, how are you going to fix it?
I'm sure they have a plan, but I don't know that it's going to be a plan that's effective enough to work. I'm sure that there's a, if we lose Juan Soto,
I mean, again,
what do we do?
Right. So, I mean, if you lose Juan Soto, you'll put, you put Judge back in right field. You'll have Dominguez play center field.
Right.
You'll have Volpe at short. You'll have Jazz at second. Wells will be your catcher.
A very different looking team next year.
Figure out what you're going to do with third base.
Third base, first base, left field. If you lose Soto. So yeah, there's a lot of work to do.
The feeling from the Yankees that I got was that they could out-hit these problems. Is that we're going to prioritize offense as opposed to defense because the hitting is really what is costing.
And base running clearly not something they're overly
yeah, but then you look at a well-built team, depth-wise too, like the depth that the Dodgers have. Right? I mean, they kind of have the perfect balance. Like you look at the players that they've signed to big money, like Betts, Freeman, Ohtani.
Yep.
And then you also look at what they've dealt with the injury starting pitching wise, and then like the guys that just Kike Hernandez, and they just went out and got like what they did at the deadline. You get Kopech, you get Edman, you get Flaherty.
Right.
Like, I mean, that is kind of like the gold standard. Not only do they have the ability to go pay the best players, they also have the ability to draft and
spend money. They have tremendous organizational depth. They're willing to go all in at the deadline. I mean, listen.
But they get superstar players that can do everything. Like, they're not one-dimensional players.
That is the most functional, best team in baseball. And that's not changing for quite some time, I don't think.
Well, I think they get the mix of both. Like, they're willing to go out and spend.
That's why the Mets said this is what we want to become.
The Braves are really good, but they kind of do, like, hey, let's get them early. Like,
where they do it kind of on the cheap, where the Dodgers have every single luxury known to man. RJ?
Hi, Dave.
How you doing?
Oh, not great. Not great.
I didn't think you would. I gotta be honest though. I think you're doing better than I anticipated today.
He looks better than I thought he'd look.
He looks like $1 million.
I don't know about $1 million.
Was that called 13 or 14?
I have 13.
Yeah, I do too. Way behind.
Well, the problem is you set the bar so high. 45 is such a high
random number.
Don't punt on 45 yet. I still think there's a decent chance.
But rather
we're doing the baseball blitz in the 9:15 segment.
But we're not doing it the right way.
What do you mean?
We're saving it all for the end.
So?
Why can't we just
And
do it the
the-
right way?
So it's like you have a lot of homework. When do you do it? Right the night before. Yes.
No.
Of course you do.
No, you don't.
What is the right way?
There is no right way.
The right way is to take the 45, and you figure out a good number. We can take, hey, each segment will take this many calls.
No,
At the end of
That
it-
sounds like you don't. That sounds like you don't know what the right way is.
that is the right way. I just
No.
gave you the right way.
No, anyways, the right
We
way.
have this many segments.
Any way
we
you
have
go.
45
I have this many segments, and if you divide it by the protractor, then all of a sudden you get the no. You don't do that. You just do whatever you want.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
That's the Pythagorean theorem.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I use.
How about this? You want to get to
Hypotenuse my
45.
butt.
You want to get to 45.
Hypotenuse my butt.
At some point, at any point, you go with a barrage.
No, now we're going to make up some fakakta segment because you need 36 calls. We need 30 calls in 15 minutes.
So what?
We want
I love the hyphen.
we want to run an efficient offense.
Yes.
Do we?
Yeah, you,
What's
you,
wrong with the 2-minute offense?
You're just
want-
throwing bombs.
yeah, you just want volume.
You know what? Look at what the Commanders just did.
Right now, you're running
Well,
the
this
Mike.
guy's got Tyreek Stevenson.
Right now,
What the
you're-
hell he?
Well, you know what?
That's
you're running,
Dave.
You're running
Yes.
the Mike McCarthy offense where there's 2 minutes left, and we're just gonna run straight fades down the field for everybody, and you're gonna go to fast 3 and out with 28 seconds left. It's not working.
Dave is Tyreek Stevenson talking bleep to the fans as we've had how many 13 calls?
13. I mean, if you screened any of them, it might help as well.
Oh, okay.
How
No,
can I
I'm
talk
going
to
to
you
put them
and-
right on hold for you.
How can I talk to you and these people?
You could say, RJ Santillo, put you on hold. Hang on. 8-8.
While he's talking to you,
What is he, a ventriloquist? How's he going to do 2 voices?
You know what? He could be a ventriloquist. Watch me. Ready? Let me see. ESPN, RJ Santillo.
Not a ventriloquist.
Hold on. Yeah.
No, that's not a ventriloquist.
What do you mean?
It's clearly coming from
You
you.
can tell it's coming from your mouth.
Well, no, I don't have a dummy. RJ, come sit on my lap. Come in here. Come on. You're the size of a dummy. Come sit on my lap. We'll play the game.
come on, you're not gonna act like you didn't know he was going there.
You're,
I want some.
you're one dimensional with your insight.
ESN, you're on. Hello.
You're like a hostage.
Hello, RJ.
We should volunteer you as a hostage.
You sound like you're having a medical issue in there.
We should volunteer you as a hostage. Who
Can you
can
imagine if you
take
drove
you?
my car? If you drove my car, it would shut itself down. The second you sat in it.
On the side of the road.
Yeah. It wouldn't even start. Guy's clearly got a problem.
I have no problem. I'm a great driver.
Sir, you're experiencing a medical issue at this time.
Unbelievable driver.
Straight jacket. I'm not worried about you driving. I mean, you're worried mentally.
Mentally,
I once asked the
I'm
coach.
crazy.
I once asked the coach if he was sore, and he said, "For what?" I said, "From you letting the GM use you like a puppet." He attacked me.
Oh, well, I don't blame him. RJ.
Okay.
What is it called when you
When his giblets start moving.
no? What is it called when you check committed?
Yeah,
you
you
commit
commit.
someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
What do you mean?
I
What
don't
is
think,
it- what is it
people actually
called?
committed anymore.
Yeah, the most they're committed.
no, when
They have these places they put people, they take away their shoelaces.
You're,
That's what you're saying.
You're checked in.
No,
I don't know
no,
they use
I-
the term committed
No.
anymore.
If you don't want to go on your own volition, now you're committed.
that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's what I think applies.
Yeah, like it should be like another announcement. Like with Ben's announcement, there's supposed to be Dave's announcement. Okay, he's going back to school. No, he's going to.
Or he's going to a
Sending
sanitarium.
you to the sanitarium.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Me, Rick, and Ray would like to commit you.
Would you? Okay. Let me ask you this, and we'll get to Knobservations and DiPietro in just a moment.
Ventriloquist.
Hold on. If I were to be committed, would you guys visit me?
If
No,
No.
I don't think it's good. I don't think it'd be good for you
Why?
because we're trying to get you rehabilitated.
Rehabilitated?
Yeah, rehabilitated.
Why? You wouldn't visit? So if I'm all alone, I'm in a place where clearly I'm not comfortable, which I think is probably not overly clean. Okay? And I'm having meals.
Why would we send you to a dirty facility? We'd send you to.
I think in principle, these places are not the cleanest.
Not necessarily.
Because you get crazy people.
why they call it a sanitarium.
Yeah. So none of you would visit me?
I think.
Well-
Wait, I don't think you're allowed to have visitors like right away.
I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure.
They're going to take my belt. They're going to take
Yeah.
my friends too.
Right, you'll probably be in like some kind of white robe or something. They'll have you strapped down, and then
Right.
we're gonna come see you strapped
Is it
down.
luxurious? Do you have? Can
you
you
want to
get
go to 4 Seasons?
well, can you get like a facial or a massage? Or how does it work? What do they do? You work on yourself? What do you do?
No, you're not gonna get a facial. They do work on you. They'll probably drug you up a little bit.
Yeah, but if you did go to see him, he'd be unresponsive. He'd just sit slumped
You
in
think
the
I'd be
chair.
gorked out? They're gonna do electrodes on my brain.
Yeah,
They're
you'd be
trying
like-
to snap me out of it.
You'd be like Ray Finkel. Like that's where you'd be. That we'd send you someplace like there,
I don't like the sound of this at all.
or in Psychoville.
Imagine me-
Rothenberg's the mayor.
They had me in there on a football Sunday. I'd go crazy.
Yeah, I don't think they have the ticket.
You don't.
No.
Why would they not?
Why would?
What are these poor people supposed
Why
to do?
would
They're
they?
trapped in this facility all day,
they
all
probably only
night.
have the red zone. You know, you'd have to focus on
So John would love it in there.
between the 20s.
Right. RJ, RJ.
Yes, Dave.
You're ready to
All right,
do,
let's try it. Here, I'll sit in your lap and see if it works.
what? Here we go. Come on. Come sit here. Oh, dear. You're a big man. All right. So, coming out in the next.
I wonder where that's coming from.
See, it's good, right?
So lifelike. I can't tell.
It looks like I'm talking.
Here's what I'm going to say. You're listening to DiPietro Rothenberg, 880 ESPN. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. You're listening on 880 ESPN. How's that?
That was good.
I have no idea where that came from.
That was good, right?
That was good.
That
Yeah.
was really good.
I think we take this right on the road.
Right to the commitment.
Because we're trying to get you rehabilitated.
Rehabilitated. Are you ready for the what do you do today?
Oh, whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
I almost cursed.
Really?
I was almost going to say the bleep.
No, it's Knobservations. Did it happen in Florida?
Yeah. You ready for that?
Yeah, that.
All right, go ahead.
Please. And this is why I cannot stand the Knicks. They're front runners. Knobs. And I'm toasting you. And this. I don't even do that. Is Knobservations. What?
Dave and I are not in a good place sleep wise. Neither of us remember what's happening.
But the fact that I'm the person
I'm
reminding
confident that my body's starting to shut itself down.
The extra light's not great for
I feel horrendous.
Dave curdled up. Like he made a sound too, and the lights turned on. He's like, ah.
This is
he was melting.
started
the
hissing
worst
like a
thing with these
vampire.
lights.
Alrighty. So, well, we have to face this head on. So, he's not a knob. He doesn't belong in this segment for something he's done. But half the baseball fans in the city, or could you imagine all the baseball fans if he doesn't go to either the Yankees or the Mets? But I assume half are not going to be happy with Juan Soto in the coming weeks. And that's because he's got to pick a place to sign a massive contract, probably for $500 million,
I think more.
$600 million.
Yeah, but how many fan bases realistically think that their team's going to be able to afford him though?
Probably 5.
That's
Well, give me the
probably
five. Give me the five that you think.
I'm going to be real. I don't know that Yankee fans will be mad at Juan Soto if he leaves because
No,
if he,
Yes, they will.
No.
They'll be
because
mad at the Yankees if they don't
because
offer
if
as
he
much
leaves,
money.
it's going to be straight financial, and it's going to be because the Yankees didn't want to pony up the dough, so they'll be mad at the Yankees.
All right, who
not
can
him.
afford him? Mets, Yankees,
Yep.
Nationals. I'm
Sounds
going to
like the Nationals want to be involved.
Blue Jays,
Yep. Giants.
Cubs,
Dodgers?
Giants, Dodgers.
Nah, Dodgers. It didn't sound like past.
No, I
it sounded like
agree with that, but I mean, like,
Could
there's
they?
probably 7 teams that could afford him if they
the
chose
Dodgers
to.
spent over $1 billion.
And it sounds like he doesn't want deferred
And they
money.
might spend $1 billion more if they want.
If he doesn't want deferred money, that probably takes out the Nationals.
Right. And that's a place where he could have signed originally. So
Yeah, but that
I would
would've
say
been, I think-
Yankees, Mets,
That was only
Toronto,
like $28 million a year though.
San Francisco Giants.
Giants. Is it weird that you haven't heard Boston's name at all?
Well,
Feels like
yeah.
the-
Is it weird that Boston traded Mookie Betts?
Yes.
I mean, what are we
that,
doing?
that goes down as one of the worst trades in
Whoa.
baseball history. What would upset you more, RJ? Soto goes to the Mets or to the Red Sox?
Oh,
Rob,
I don't think he's happy with either of those.
Yeah.
I know
those-
that.
Those would both suck.
Why wouldn't Baltimore be involved?
yeah, new ownership. To answer your question, probably right now the Mets, honestly,
Oh.
because I have to live with you two every day.
Every day. I might move in to your house.
To his home?
Well, if anything,
I don't have any extra rooms.
if anything, we should do it the other way.
What if we both dressed up as Juan Soto and lived at his house for a little bit
That'd be nice.
to remind him?
That'd be
Yeah.
creepy.
And then we do the Soto shuffle in the morning.
That'd be scary.
Yeah.
But he brings us breakfast.
Yes. Why don't you? Here's what you should do if you were a true gentleman and friend. You would invite him to live in your home, rent free, really save a lot of money, and then he can move out into
We could all move in and have our own wings.
Is it that
The
enormous,
house is
RJ?
not that big, man.
Well, I mean, Dave doesn't need it. Dave's
No,
a man
Dave's
of
got a
means.
humongous house.
Dave's a man of means also.
Your house is like 5 times the size of my
No,
house.
it's
I
not
could live on
5
the
times.
other side of Rick's house, and I don't know how long it would take for him to
Is there a
discover I was
cottage on
there.
the property?
No, there's no cottage. I'm not going to. That costs extra.
A nice little guest
How
house.
much they charge you like property tax to do stuff like that? How much they charge me to put a shed?
Really?
Like it's a shed, man. Like what are we doing?
Yeah, but why do you have to tell people? You put a shed. You shouldn't
You
be.
have to tell them.
That's how they.
You're
They spy on you. They spy on you. They let you know.
tell you Dave's doing it at his house.
Yeah, right.
We got sheds all over.
Hey, we noticed you have a tool shed back there.
Town's gonna be yours.
Okay, you guys know me
It's where
pretty well.
Dave sleeps in the.
Do you
tool
think
shed.
there's any chance?
They call Dave's bedroom the tool shed?
Do you think there's any chance, knowing me the way you do, that I have a tool shed?
No chance.
Okay.
I think Sherry might.
Well, she has like a tool belt and stuff.
Of course.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That's probably not the only belt.
Yeah.
All right. So where are we going with this? Anyway,
Take it where you like.
yeah, Juan Soto. Dave played a little bit for you earlier. Here's some more about his upcoming free agency.
It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a good experience. I think every player in the big leagues want to experience how it's going to be the free agency. So exciting to see how it's going to be.
Exciting.
See, I don't agree with that. I don't think every player necessarily wants that. Like, I don't think that Aaron Judge was happy that he was going to free agency.
No, he wanted to be done.
Right.
He wanted to remain a Yankee. He just didn't like the offer, so he punted on it.
Yeah, I also had that tact, and it was interesting just the use of the word exciting 2 different times. This is a man that is fired up to get paid.
Well, because, I mean, look at the season you just had.
Right, but
Like, I'll tell you who's probably not excited about free agency is Pete Alonso.
probably not.
Gleyber
not-
Torres.
Probably not
He's going
as.
to do well. I think Pete's not going to do as well as Soto, but there's going to be a market for Pete.
Yeah.
If it's not with the Mets, it'll be with the Cubs.
It's
or-
not going to be
or
the market that he
Yankees.
wants, though.
Well, then he should have signed the deal.
No, I'm saying, like, there are some people that are excited to be free agents because, like, they're
Yes.
not,
No one more than
they're not
Judge,
tethered anywhere.
than Soto. No one more than Soto.
So I know there's a lot of Yankee fans out there that think, oh, well, we endeared ourselves to Juan Soto. So he was asked, well, the fans chanting your name and loving you throughout the season, surely that will make a little bit of a difference, right?
Probably impact the decision of the ownership. We will see. We will see how it goes. So definitely really excited and really thankful for those fans. They've been incredible all year long.
He's not going to give you what you want.
Nope.
You're begging for him to say, you know what? I fell in love with the Yankees and the Yankees fans, and I can only envision patrolling right field for here at Yankee Stadium for the next 15 years. He's not going to say that. It's not what it is. He wants to get paid. He wants to go somewhere. He wants to go and get paid more money than anyone has ever gotten.
That is true. So you
I would caution, though.
Why don't you call him?
No, I don't need to call him, but I would caution. Like, I mean, you're going to get a ridiculous amount of money. Like, I would take into account some of the things that will eventually be important to you. Like, I mean, having this fan base as, like, I mean, being a part of the Yankees is special. And like in the moment, you may not think like, listen, I'll make, the fans everywhere are gonna cheer me because I'm that good. Yeah, but it's like you're also not gonna get in certain places the same kind of intensity for
That's right.
every single one of these games.
Being a Yankee is a special thing.
I wonder how he feels about that, though.
Right, but doesn't
Yeah, he may not care though.
No, I know, but I just mean like you may not in the moment think that you care, and then all of a sudden like you go to a place because of the money, and you look around, the place is dead and it doesn't have that same juice, and that actually affects how you play. Like this is a guy that we're talking about like as an all-time player. Like I would take my legacy into account also.
Well, he wasn't great with the Padres.
Yeah.
Like what batting in front of Aaron Judge does for my legacy, like season wise.
But okay, here's the thing. Do I want to be sharing the spotlight with a guy like Aaron Judge, or do I want the spotlight all on me?
I want to be the guy.
Right?
I'm with you on that.
So that's got to be factored in.
So you remember
No.
the 2 fans that were factored out of the game last night because they tried to rip off Mookie Betts' arm?
Yeah, he played on the Arizona hockey team.
Well,
Yeah, Gronk knows him.
Yeah.
Gronk was thrilled with this
Well,
whole situation.
there
It
you
was
go.
great.
here's Gronk on Up and Adams.
This is actually the first time I'm seeing this live. And here's a little fun fact.
Not
That guy right there grabbing Mookie Betts' glove
Don't tell me you know
was
him.
my friend in college.
Stop
I
it
was-
right now.
He was on the ice hockey team, the club Arizona Wildcats team, ice hockey team. And let me tell you, the whole hockey team, they were absolute maniacs. They were undescribable, just how wild.
Animals?
Animals, yes. How wild these guys were. Him doing that represents him very well. I mean, he is all in for his teams. He is all in for the Yankees. I remember him talking about the Yankees all the time, how he loves them so much. And that describes him perfectly, just doing whatever it takes to help his team out. But he's a beauty.
Okay,
He is a beauty. And I just want to say congratulations for shining when your moment came.
All right, can I a couple things? First,
Oh, he's a beauty.
for Gronk to look at someone and say they're crazy. How crazy must the hockey team have been?
I'm trying to tell you, you don't want to believe. Like I'm tame.
You?
Ask RJ.
How
Hockey players
crazy
are different.
must this Arizona club hockey team at the University of Arizona? They must have been
Hockey players.
insane.
No, it's not just Arizona. Hockey players are different.
They're their own species.
Yes, should be studied.
And then you got this guy going on and on and on about, oh, this is what a dream come true.
Dude, we had a rookie party and you have to do like a thing at the rookie party. Like you can sing, you can dance, you can like pretend to be like you can do an impersonation of somebody. We had a guy, I'm not going to tell you the name of the guy, stands up on a table, takes his clothes off, and then hangs a winter coat from his you know what, and that was his trick. Put his hands behind his head and just hung a winter coat.
You know what?
Placement,
It's a
I
talent.
bet he got a big pop.
placement crazy.
Yeah.
Really?
Crazy. He won the award. Best show.
Of course he did.
He had some little thing there where he put a hanger in it and just
So you're not
That's
saying
dangerous.
hung the jacket.
so you're not saying the name means we know the player.
Of course
no,
you know the player.
You know the player. You'd be very surprised with who the player was.
Really?
Oh,
very
Like
surprised.
we look at him as a more reserved guy.
Yeah, reserved. Also wouldn't think like. Yeah, we had no idea that this was going to be it. In our wildest dreams.
So Joe Mazzulla.
Oh, hold on. I also have another story about this.
Speaking of crazy,
So
people,
I was listening to he got interviewed. He did an interview. This guy.
the guy that
And he said that-
attacked Mookie Betts.
That him and his buddy, they had a conversation that this wasn't. It wasn't gonna be like, hey, let's rip his glove off and then you hold his wrist.
It was on
Oh, that's his plan.
ESPN.com.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, what this
yeah.
they actually did it. I
They did
listened to
the
it
media tour yesterday.
on
Yeah,
Barstool.
it's great.
He said that the thought
Going
was
to the beginning.
if anyone like if it was Juan Soto, they would protect Juan Soto and make sure everyone like no one would mess around with them getting the out.
It's great.
Perfect world is that as Mookie Betts is coming over there, they actually have the ability to get the hand, hit the ball first before he catches it. Once he caught it, they realized, okay, now
Now we got to
I
spring
mean,
it
did
to
you
action.
hear the quote that I had read yesterday?
Now
I
we have-
patrol. Everyone knows I patrol this wall or whatever.
it's his wall.
It's my wall. And the Yankees were going to do nothing.
No, it was Major League Baseball.
No,
Baseball stepped up.
Yeah.
The Yankees were going to do nothing and let him back in the stadium for last night. And Major League Baseball was like, no.
I think he said he's had season those tickets since 2011. I think he said.
But
Yeah.
they look at themselves as no. There's no bigger fan than me. They look at themselves as part of the actual game.
And you know what? There's this large section of the fan base that is celebrating it. They love it.
No, they were gonna
it's
like.
so
if,
pathetic.
I mean, you heard the cheer they got when they left.
If the Yankees had come back and won this thing, I think they wanted him to get his own float, like that sort of situation.
I got a quick piece of news. Can I just read this to you real quickly?
Oh, yeah,
you might have seen this. I don't even know.
Okay.
Apparently, Matt Milano was going to return this year
No,
for
great,
the Bills.
super.
Wow.
It's just what we need. How are we favored against? How are we favored tonight? You're gonna take the game tonight, right?
I'm not because I
You're
just
the
can't
worst.
bring myself to do it. Why am I the
Because
worst?
you're a phony. Because yesterday you said you were gonna take it.
I said I'd like to,
RJ
but
has
I
this
can't bring
whole-
myself to.
RJ has this whole algorithm he uses. This goes. I mean, this is exactly what he talks
It
about,
falls right into place.
and he's not taking it.
I'm in a bad headspace.
Are you not taking it either?
I don't think so.
No, you suck.
He says the guy that's also not taking it. So anyway, Joe Mazzulla, he's a coach of the Celtics, championship coach, reigning championship coach, and he has some ideas on how to improve basketball. Maybe Rick will like this. Rule number 1, allow fighting.
I love
The
it.
biggest thing that we rob people of from an entertainment standpoint is you can't fight anymore. We should just bring back like fighting. I mean, you want to talk about robbing the league of entertainment? What's more entertaining than a little scuffle? I just don't get why some sports are allowed to clear the benches. They have bats and weapons. We don't. We just have a ball. The other sport has like one of the hardest surface playing instruments and a puck and sticks, and yet we're not allowed to throw it down a little bit.
So
Yeah,
that-
but we don't smash people with sticks and pucks.
that's
He's making it sound.
people.
He's making
Weaponry.
it sound like people could do that, without repercussions.
All right.
Like
that's 98.5.
This is
Fighting
like
in the NBA.
anchor, man.
It's 98.5 the Sports Hub. Joe Mazzulla's got another idea. Basketball power plays.
Basketball is one of the only sports that doesn't have a power play. And I think soccer just put in the blue card where a guy has to go off and it's 10-on-9. And so, we should have a power play where, let's say you get a technical or let's say you get a take foul. You get the one shot, but you're not really rewarded for that because if you miss it, you don't get the reward for the take foul. You know what I mean? So there should be like a power play where on a take foul, on a technical, you have to play 5-on-4 for 5 seconds.
There you go.
5 seconds.
5-second power play.
Seconds. And then they think I'm sprinting from the side.
As you attack each other.
And by the way, every sport has
Football doesn't have a power
football
play.
doesn't have a power play.
Baseball doesn't have a power
Could,
play.
you, could you imagine unsportsmanlike conduct? You get to play the next play 11-on-10.
And it says 10-on-9 in soccer. It's 11-on-10 if there's a power play. And RJ, have you heard of this blue card?
This is new.
I'm not familiar with the blue card. Maybe that's an us problem.
This is the head coach of the defending NBA champions.
Joe
by the way.
Mazzulla's thinking on another plane. Clearly,
Yeah.
Imagine him at like the competition committee. The long mustache.
I got a great idea.
they probably tell him to get out of the room.
And then if you commit a take foul, you have to now play the next 3 possessions with your hands tied behind your back.
If your manager gets kicked out, right fielder, you're out.
Right.
Gone.
He's definitely that guy. Does anyone have any suggestions? Ooh.
Well,
Joe,
I do.
Joe, we know.
And then you have to go to a sanitarium after the game. And
Why stop there? Why
Yeah.
not? Why
He's
not?
got more?
No, I'm saying like
It sounded like he was
why
teasing
not?
more.
Why not in baseball? Why don't we have like a false bottom somewhere in the outfield? And if you fall through, you get attacked by tigers.
the pitcher has to
trapdoor?
throw with his off arm.
Yeah, trapdoor in the outfield. Tony Allen was briefly on the Pelicans at the end of his career. He's retired now. And Alvin Gentry was his coach. He's not a big fan of Alvin Gentry.
Yeah, one of the worst coaches in the world. So, man, forget he like colors. That when what they doing wrong? We all got a rebound. And else they did. Oh yeah, get back in transition. Especially you, cuz. All right, come on. Team on three. What's the name of the team? 1, 2, 3. What's the one we? Oh yeah, Pelican.
Wow. Team on 3. What's the name of the team?
Wow.
That's not very nice.
Yeah.
That's mean.
Those are shots, huh?
Oh, those are shots. All right, Raymond.
Someone took her driveway as she was trying to get ready for Christmas. Did it happen?
Are you driving? Just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
In Florida.
He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
I don't even know why he would do that.
That sounds like Chris Farley.
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
So, it's Halloween. And in the name of the holiday,
RJ, what are you dressing up as for Halloween?
I don't know. I'll be informed when I get home.
Oh, so you
You're
know,
just
so
saying you'll
Antonio-
be informed?
Well, it was between a couple of things.
What is Antonio going as?
I think a giraffe.
Oh, nice. So you're going as animals?
I'll probably be some kind of farm animal.
Really?
I don't know.
Giraffes are on the farm?
Yeah, what kind of farm
He's
are you
going as a farm
Like
animal.
a zoo animal?
Yeah.
Would he be a zoo animal?
Why'd you go as a lion?
Okay.
You don't even care. You're so checked.
You know what? I'm gonna actually make it a point to really be invested.
Yeah, be in
Later.
the moment.
Right now, no, don't care. Later, we'll care. Right now, don't care.
Raymond, what are you going as?
Nothing.
You don't
I'm
go to
going to
like
sleep. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, but you don't go to like an adult Halloween party? Like, wouldn't like most single people go to like an adult?
Adult Halloween party.
I don't know.
I used to love dressing up for Halloween. Like actually putting thought into costumes.
Yeah, that was like my Super Bowl. I used to love it.
It was a big deal for you, huh?
So
Good costumes too. Gold member.
I'm sure. I've heard.
I was an Oreo one year. I'm proud of
Were
it.
you really?
Yeah, I put a lot of effort into it.
I'm like the Terminator. I lose a limb. Back. I got the arm back.
Miles Garrett went as the Terminator of the game.
Yes, I saw that.
Nice.
You see, he had like a special effects guy make his mask.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So talking about Halloween parties, a person in a place went to a party and had themselves a little too much fun.
Not Florida.
They don't have Halloween
Why are
parties.
you gonna ruin the game?
I have a feel.
All right. It's like you're betting blind right now, but
That's right.
all right. So you've heard enough. So
Not
Dave,
Florida.
Dave's in.
I'm confident
And you're
this is
sticking
not
with it.
Florida. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So Dave's in. So had themselves a little too much fun. And we don't condone this in any way. Had a couple of too many drinks, hopped in the car, gets pulled over.
Is Halloween a thing in other countries?
I don't know. You've already committed.
I know. RJ asked you.
No, but I'm just asking. Like in Belgium, are they like
now
today's Halloween, or is it just here?
I think it's here.
Just here?
I don't know. You're
Okay.
you're already in. So
No, I'm not. It's not going to change my answer. I'm just curious.
so this person swerving gets pulled over. Police officer shows up to the window. Person still has their costume on. Care to guess what their costume might be?
Pussy galore.
Policeman.
Bud Light can.
Oh no. Oh God.
Gets out. Can't walk a straight line. Not good. And is promptly arrested. Did this happen in Florida? Rick.
It's obvious it's not Florida.
Oh, he's dressed as a Bud Light can though.
I said like 12 words and you said now Florida.
Well, I could read.
Why? What about
it was
that?
like poker.
So there's no Halloween parties in Florida, is what you're saying? Every day is
That's
Halloween in
essentially
Florida.
what he said.
I'm
He's
thinking,
saying there's no Halloween parties in Florida and,
I'm
they,
thinking
and they
this
don't
is
drink
Midwest.
Bud Light.
I'm thinking this is Midwest.
Every day in Florida is Halloween. Oof. I want to go against you, but I mean, you seem so confident.
I'm not confident at all. I have no idea.
Yeah, but it's like like you're in
I mean, the odds tell you it's not Florida, but
Yeah, from giving you the rest of the world, yeah.
Santillo's psyche right now.
Yeah, so he thinks.
So he thinks, but he's not in good shape right now. It looks like his left eye's closing a little bit.
oh boy.
And his liver's shutting down.
My liver is
Jaundice is
Check,
Yeah.
kicked in.
check his fingernails. How do they look?
You look yellowish.
my bilirubin is completely off.
Look at you.
You know,
What's Billy Rubin?
you know, if you were as smart as I am, you would know.
That's jaundice.
Yeah, it's John.
Oh, I didn't know a name for it.
And I do.
But we
There's
thought
the
we thought
difference.
my brother Al had jaundice, so I used to call him the mustard man because he looked like a.
Well, how old was he when
Well,
he had
you're
jaundice?
You're very considerate.
All right.
I'll say not Florida.
Raymond.
I'll go with the odds, not Florida.
3 not Florida's. Dave, where'd you say this was?
Midwest. he
No,
said.
here's what I'm thinking. This is either Southwest
Or Belgium.
or maybe in like the Missouri near the Anheuser-Busch Brewing Company.
Well, you took your shot, and you did pretty good.
Yes.
See?
Kansas.
Nice.
You
Good
did
for
pretty
us.
good.
Would not have guessed Kansas.
Good for us.
Wow, how
Not
about that?
Why
Florida.
don't you dress up as a Bud Light can and then go drinking and then driving?
Because you're an idiot.
Because you're in Kansas.
Right.
Not in Kansas
There's
anymore.
no excuse. There's no excuse to drink and drive now.
No.
There never was, but like
No.
especially now.
There's less excuse now than there used to be. It's completely unacceptable. That was nice. Good job by you. You done?
That's it.
All right, let's do this. Let's take a break.
We only got 57 calls to take.
No, we have 32, and that starts next. Yankee, are you upset with the Yankees? Do you need to vent
Oh,
on the
here we go.
Yankees? 1-800-919-3776. We're here for you. 880 ESPN.